You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments below, and be sure to smash that like button. Another day, another watch list, another honor for LSU senior quarterback Jayden Daniels. Tuesday, it was the Manning Award preseason watch list, which came out, and Daniels, which is on basically every watch list that the starting quarterback at LSU can be on, was on the Manning Award watch list as well. Of course, Jamarcus Russell won the Manning Award back in his junior year at LSU. He's certainly worthy of being on all the watch list that he is. By the way, did Joe Burrow win the Manning Award? He won everything. I feel like he did, but I don't want to leave him out. I know Jamarcus won it, but I want to make sure.
He did. Joe Burrow did win the Manning Award.
Okay. So I mean, he won everything. I'm just making sure. So, of course, Jamarcus and Joe Burrow both won the Manning Awards. I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure that I had that right before I just blurted it out and didn't have it correct. But Jayden is certainly worthy of everything that's coming his way. Garrett Nussmeier met with reporters on Tuesday after practice and spoke about the job that Jayden has done leading this team so far in fall camp.
He's done a great job leading, and we all push each other. There's no time to slip up. We're always competing. We're always pushing each other to be the best that we can be, and I think it's been good. There's a good dynamic in the room. Ricky's done a great job since he's got here. He's learning, he's growing, and he's doing really well.
Nussmeier is such an interesting character in this whole situation because. Again, this isn't a new thought or unique or anything like that, but like we always talk about, guys just don't stay. When you're Garrett Nussmeier and you are a high 4-star and everybody was after you and you have an opportunity or there's a veteran quarterback coming back and you have opportunities to transfer and go somewhere where you could play immediately, just look around the league. Garrett Nussmeier could have gone to Alabama, to Florida, to Auburn, to any of these places and would have been a plug-and-play starter at any of these places in the SEC because he's that gifted of a player. But he decided to come back. And so now it's another year where, barring injury or something unforeseen, he's going to watch and we'll wait and see when his time comes, what it'll be. But Nussmeier did talk about the growth that he's made in this offseason. And look, it's the conversation we have. We know Garrett's got all the arm talent, but he's got to mature and not force balls into coverage or limit the turnovers and all that sort of stuff. And here's what he said about that today.
To be honest, I don't really feel any limitations on throws. I feel the confidence to be able to make whatever throw I need to make out on the field. And it's been big for me to learn how to control that aggression. And, I used to be extremely, extremely aggressive, and I would put the ball in danger and things that hurt me. Like I talked about emotionally, I would get too high and think that I could make every play in the world and try to force it instead of just, going through my reads, doing what I'm supposed to do and allowing those plays to come to me. And then that's when I should be able to make them.
The interesting thing about it, too, is that mentality I don't think is completely coached out of him. Like today at practice, we got to watch an 11-on-11 2-minute drill. And after he threw a really nice play, a really nice pass downfield, we saw Garrett step up, roll right. It was flushed right, and he threw the ball across his body back across the field. And Jaylen Brown made a gorgeous one-handed catch. But that's one of those ill-advised throws. But then you see him high-point a ball to Kamorian Pimpton. You see him throw a ball in the back corner of the end zone to Shelton Sampson, which was perfectly placed. And you can see all of the reason why there is so much excitement around that player. And when he gets his time, when he puts it all together, the results can and I think will be really, really good and really exciting. And Garrett Nussmeier also talked about the coaches kind of helping him on that process.
think, the biggest thing that I've improved on under this staff is just improving my emotional awareness, working through things that, I didn't really know how to work through before, trying to stay even kill, not too high, not too low. I'm very passionate, and it can come out at times, and sometimes it can hurt me, and sometimes it helps me. And trying to use that and push that into a way that helps me only and eliminate the emotions that, start to hurt me. I think one of the other big things is I've learned how to just kind of focus and stay locked in throughout, each rep, each play, each drive. And, I think it's helped me a lot.
That self-awareness is important, and it's impressive to hear him recognize it. Now, of course, Jayden Daniels is going to start against Florida State. I don't suspect we'll see Garrett Nussmeier unless LSU's up big or there's an injury or something unforeseen at this point. But on the other sideline, what we will see, of course, is Jordan Travis. And Mike Norvell was on the Andy Staples show and talked about Jordan Travis and sort of taking that next step this year for the Florida State Seminoles and their senior quarterback.
It truly came down to work. And, we had a great plan and in helping Jordan develop to build confidence in what we were asking him to do. We're a rhythm-based, passing offense. And, that's something that, I think Jordan, thrives in. And as he grew more confident in rhythm, timing, he's an extremely smart quarterback. He understands progressions. He understands protections, where the ball needs to go in a very, quick process, in his mind. And I think just as he's worked through it and as he's had to go through the highs and lows of playing quarterback. I mean, he's experienced it all, but he's never backed off. He's continued to push. It's
worth mentioning that Jordan Travis he's a beneficiary of the COVID year. He's a 6th-year quarterback. He spent a year at Louisville in 2018 and then transferred to Florida State in 2019. COVID, of course, was his first year as the starting quarterback, and he threw for 1,000 yards, of course, a limited season. And then the last 2 years, we saw him throw for 1,500 yards in 2021, and then last year was the kaboom. He threw for we lose sight of this. Jordan Travis threw for 3,200 yards, 24 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions a year ago for Florida State. He had a rating of 160.1. He was awesome. And so now you give that guy 2 of the best receivers in college football, all of the returning production that they have, and another year experience, and you can understand why there's a lot of expectation around Jordan Travis as well. And one more from Mike Norvell about that potential this year.
I believe in him. I think he's got great talent. I think he's got great ability. He's got great character. And he cares about others. And when you have those traits and a work ethic, behind it, that's going to be willing to push. And as we've grown the supporting cast around him, I think it's really just all come together for him. And you see that in the way that he plays, and you also see that in the way that he prepares on a daily basis.
September 3rd, LSU, Florida State down in Orlando. It might end up being the premier quarterback matchup of the entire college football season with Jayden Daniels and Jordan Travis. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.